Walk into your doctor's office with this M54 gas mask on. First of all, you'll get a laugh, but you'll also make a point. In a real chemical attack, you'll be the one to survive. The Patriot M54 gas mask offers complete eye, face, and respiratory protection against chemical, biological, and radioactive contamination. It's lightweight, it has very low breathing resistance. Order today and you'll get 30% off with coupon code STILL30. Click on this link below, www.getagasmask.com. Good evening. I'm still reporting on the economy. But first, a reminder that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, we will have another appearance by one of the world's greatest experts on COVID and all things Fauci and Wuhan, Dr. Bose Ravenel, MD, as we continue to walk the low-profit, high-danger edge of truth on YouTube. Again, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow evening. Now, anybody other than Joe Biden who was surprised at the recent jobs report must be still locked in their basement wearing 3 masks and walking around in an inch deep of disinfectant on the floor. Because those of us who have been out and about trying to get back to something approaching normal life have noticed help wanted signs all over the place. Job fairs where employers get together so people interested in working could go from employer to employer and hopefully find the right fit, report that the employers show up in droves and the potential employees stay away in droves. Restaurants trying to make up for a lost year can't reopen to the current COVID restriction standards, whatever they are this week, because they can't hire staff. Not to be harsh, but honest, 100% of the blame lies on Biden and the Democrats, who don't even have a clue about the working class. But just in case Joe Biden is watching, here it is in simple terms. People aren't working because you are paying them to stay home. Most people would rather stay home, go fishing, wash the car, cut the grass, play tennis, golf or maybe pickleball, sleep late, binge watch Netflix, or even cut their toenails and go to work. Under the American Relief Act in my state, those on unemployment receive the equivalent of $13.75 an hour. In some states, it's considerably more. But that means for anyone working for $10 an hour, you would have to be willing to accept a cut in pay of $150 a week for the privilege of working. Even someone making $15 an hour would work a 40-hour week for $50. Then you subtract out the cost of getting to work and a midday snack, you lose money going to work. Even someone making $18 an hour would have to think hard before giving up an almost full paid vacation for the privilege of going back to work. When the original COVID relief bill passed in March 2019, it made sense to offer a substantial supplement to the unemployment payments because millions of people were unexpectedly thrown out of work and had no hope of finding another job because their place of employment was closed. When the Democrats passed the American Rescue Plan in March, the economy was in an entirely different place. People were getting vaccinated by the millions and the world was starting to open back up. From an economic standpoint, it was a stupid idea to pay people to stay home, completely unlike the first COVID Relief Act when there were no jobs. But that is no more. Biden has said he plans to raise individual, corporate, and every other kind of tax he can, and Biden is re-implementing the draconian regulations of the Obama administration as fast as he can. The business world hates uncertainty. A corporation that is planning a major expansion needs to be able to project the costs versus the anticipated revenue. If Biden is going to raise corporate taxes by 40%, from 20 to 28%, that has a huge effect on the bottom line. And with the new numbers in place, it may make more sense to build the new facility somewhere other than in the U.S. If new regulations are going to bring additional expenses, then the option of building in a more business-friendly country becomes a necessity, not an option. Add to that additional energy costs. Biden is shutting down the American energy sector. The corporate heads in this country are not idiots, and they know that despite what AOC says, they can't operate on solar because sometimes they may have employees who want to work after sunset or on a rainy day. The U.S. will once again be at the mercy of foreign governments for oil and gas. The price has gone up and will continue to go up. It is far less predictable if the oil is coming by ship from the Middle East than if it's coming through a pipeline from North Dakota or the Gulf Coast. The Gulf of Mexico is a pretty sedate place when compared to the Persian Gulf. The U.S. economy, pre-COVID under Trump, was setting records for low unemployment and growth. Trump did that by supporting American industry with lower taxes and fewer regulations. Biden is raising taxes and increasing regulations, and it is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It is killing the American economy. Biden probably was surprised by the jobs report because he believed the left-wing economists who told him that throwing $2 trillion into a recovering economy would give it a big boost and increased taxes and regulations wouldn't damage it. Then again, Biden may have been surprised because he's pretty much surprised by everything these days. But on the upside, at least he doesn't bite people when he's startled like Major. I'm still reporting from just outside the citadel of world freedom. Good day. Gold and silver have stood the test of time. They give stability in times like these. Start an IRA this month with Noble Gold and you'll get a 1/10 ounce gold bullion American Eagle coin. You'll be growing thousands of extra tax-deferred dollars in your fund over the years safely and steadily. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com.